In terms of Pacific people in New Zealand, we've also come a long way since our initial sort of mass migration around 1950s. In Cabinet, we now have 2 female Cabinet ministers who are of Pacific descent. And for us, it's a huge, huge thing. But there are also 2 other ministers in the government who are also of Pacific descent. So that's 4 Pacific ministers in the new government. So we've come a long way from migrants for being settlers, coming to seek opportunities, to actually being holders of power and creating the opportunities. So for Pacific people, it's a big, big deal where we've come from. But underneath that, there are some challenges. So we have an overrepresentation of Pacific children who are suffering child abuse. In fact, around one-fifth of all substantiated cases of physical abuse that go through oranga tamariki are for Pacific children. So yes, our strive to teach, to exercise discipline has gone over and beyond to child assaults. In addition to that, we have a challenge with family violence. This is not a new challenge for our people, but it's time to stop. There's no love in giving someone a black eye or broken bones. There's no love in that. There's no defense for it. So in the family, that should be the place where we display our humility, where we share our power, where we respect, because that is where our children learn those values, and then when they go out to the big world, they role model it. Another challenge for us is the area of poverty. So around 28% of Pacific children live in families suffering poverty or living in hardship. That is, it's not acceptable in this country, a first world country, to be having so many children living in poverty. Over a third of Māori children live in poverty, and around 16% or so of Pākehā children living in poverty. So we're a rich country, very wealthy, and yet our most vulnerable are suffering. So for some people, pay equity may sound like a political thing, but in real life, it's about dignity. It's about enabling people to have an asset, to live a life of dignity and provide for their children, which is the whole reason why Pacific people came here. So we didn't come here to suffer and stay at the lower echelons. You know, we came here to succeed, and we have people who role model that success. I guess for Pacific, one of the big challenges for us is to get Pacific to understand that they have rights. If you don't know your rights, then you don't know if they've been violated or not. Sometimes we feel something's not right, but you don't do anything about it. So traditionally, we don't challenge authority, we don't challenge people with status. I'm here to say to Pacific people, you have a right to do that. You have equal right to protection under the law. Take it.